There's a huge body of scientific research that has shown that tomatoes are critical for our health. It's the red substance in the flesh and skin, a plant phytochemical called lycopene, that makes such a difference to our overall general health. Now, the research I've read suggests that it's just 1 tomato per day in a guy's diet that can reduce the risk of prostate disease dramatically. And there are chemicals being derived that are synthesized versions of lycopene that are now being used to treat prostate cancer. So why talk about tomatoes when we're heading into winter? We all know they're a warm season crop, right? Or are they? Now, there's 2 main groups of tomatoes known as indeterminate and determinate. Indeterminate are a lot of those varieties that will fruit in one big batch, so you'll end up with a lot. Good example of that are the sourcing tomatoes, things like Roma. They are one that you do want to grow very, very carefully at a certain time of the year. But the others, well, they can produce fruit throughout the year from all over the plant. The determinate varieties will grow throughout the year and include most of the cherry-type tomatoes, such as Sun Gold and Sweet Millions, along with many of the other truss types. That means if you have a frost-free environment with a warm spot in the garden, i.e. a north-facing position, ideally against a wall, you can grow these guys all year round. Now, like all things in the garden, the secret to success with this project lies in the soil you're going to use. It's not any ordinary old soil. This is a premium quality potting mix. Look for the red ticks. Look for all the different elements that sit in here: wetting agents, fertilizers, trace elements. These are all vitally important to healthy growth. The bit that's different to all the stories that I'd normally tell you is that I'm going to tell you to leave the soil in the bag. I don't want you to empty it. I want to capture the sun's rays. What we do get during the winter is basically going to warm the soil up for the roots of the tomatoes. Now, this is vitally important. It's actually the soil warmth that makes a difference to them growing and performing and producing fruit. Take the bag and place it where you want to grow the tomatoes, and sit it on the bricks or blocks, keeping it just off the ground, laying it down with the whole side on the bottom. Then cut 6 squares into the top of the bag. Now, once you've got your seedlings in the soil, let them grow. It won't take long and they will start to fill the pot, in this case the bag, right up. Now, you will need to stake them as they go along, and you will need to feed them with a specialised tomato fertiliser. Watering on a regular basis, absolutely critical, but once they've got going, they'll start producing crops, and it doesn't take very long at all. In fact, probably 90 to 120 days you are going to be harvesting. So if you're planting in April or May, you can expect reasonably you're going to have a decent crop come July. Another option for lycopene supply is growing a member of the same family that originates from Indonesia. It's called the tree tomato, or tamarillo. Now, this is a prodigious late summer, autumn and early winter fruiting tree, and it's a great source of lycopene. Now, this is very much like a tomato. It tastes like a tomato. It's a very savoury fruit. It's fantastic with things like cheeses and red wine and biscuits. So this is something you should be growing at home. But most importantly, it is a rich source of lycopene. And the key message here today, folks, is make sure that your fellows are having tomatoes, having beautiful tamarillos like this, and keeping them in their diet on a regular basis. Prostate health is a very serious issue, and if we can just eat our way to a healthy prostate, we should all be doing it. Yum.